You're listening to the February 2026 edition of the Sponsorship Experts podcast with Paul Poole, Director of Paul Poole Southeast Asia Co Limited and founder of the Sponsorship Experts. In this episode of the podcast, we have a number of new commercial sponsorship and partnership opportunities available, including the Women's Volleyball Nations League 2026 Thailand, and we also take a closer look at the arrival of Tomorrowland and the revival of non-sport sponsorships. So let's get on with it. It's February, in case you missed us, because we don't do a podcast in January. We're back.
We are.
Here we are at our podcast central headquarters, also known as Moat Cigar Club in Bangkok.
And my throat is not croaky because of cigars, it's croaky because of man flu.
Something like that. Yeah. All right. Not a huge variance of things to go through this week, but it's all interesting stuff. And I think we're going to start with the Women's Volleyball Nations League, which we love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So tell us what's the news.
Okay, so we have commercial sponsorship and partnership opportunities now available for the Women's Volleyball Nations League 2026 Thailand, which will be taking place at the Indoor Stadium, Hallmark, between the 17th and 21st of June.
Hallmark's quite a big deal, really, isn't it?
It's the place. If you remember, we did this is a pool event, I should say.
Yeah.
So we did the pool event for the VNL in 2023. That was our first year with Volleyball World and the VNL. We then had the women's finals here for the VNL in 2024, and then the World Finals, women's finals in 2025. So we've had two VNLs and one World Champs here, all at Hallmark. It's the place. I think it has, up to 8,000 seats in that stadium. I know that every single match that's happened there, volleyball-wise, since 23 is sold out, and sold out super quickly. So I think the Thai matches sell out in like 90 minutes or something ridiculous. Yeah. So it's a great location. It's good for getting to and back because it's not too far away. It's in the SAT or Sports Authority of Thailand's campus there, so it's quite well located. So that's exciting for June. As I said, this is our third year with the VNL, fourth year with Volleyball World, and we're thrilled to have this competition back.
That's almost a reflection of the phenomenal growth of the sport here, right?
Well, actually, everywhere. It's kind of staggering, to be honest with you, to see volleyball globally, the boom in volleyball fandom, if you like. And I've read lots of articles recently with the new CEO of Volleyball World, Hugo, where the stats are just incredible. Globally, but here particularly, and again, thanks largely to the women's Thai national team who are loved and perform very well. Yeah, They got through, so they're in the VNL this year, which is great because that would be disastrous if they weren't.
But Thailand becoming quite an influential force in that.
Well, in this region, there are other markets that are strong, but Thailand's certainly one of those markets. But China's strong, Japan's strong, Philippines strong, but Thailand is definitely a strong and growing market.
Something that you mentioned before, Finn's influence on this has been quite profound, I think, because he came from an entertainment background, right?
Yeah, so and I'm not sure if this is, maybe I'm a good storyteller, but I'm not sure if this is true. But I like to think it is true, is that, this is more than a sports program or a sports competition. Yes, it's very, very serious sport. It's very serious volleyball. It's volleyball at the highest level. But the whole way this is executed is very much like entertainment. So it's more than going to watch a volleyball match.
It's an experience.
It's totally an experience. And I think, Finn and his team around him were all ex-Cirque du Soleil. Wow. And I think that came through in the early years of their tenure with Volleyball World. I think that came through. We've now moved on. Hugo's very much a sport guy. He came from tennis. So I think that they've got the bench or the bedrock, if you like, of entertainment, and now they're re-looking at the serious sport angle. But yeah, I mean, and it is. I mean, it's great fun, and we've seen with our sponsors activation in between the matches how that adds to the entertainment as well, with Sponsor with their big ball and Hatari with their fan cams and things like this. It's all really fantastic stuff. And you know, we see the VNL growing. It's now increased from 16 teams to 18 teams. I think there's 12. Is there 12 stops on the VNL that takes place over 2 months? No, sorry, there are 10 host nations happening over 2 months around the globe, from Brazil to China to Canada, Turkey, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Japan, Serbia, and the finals being in Macau, which is interesting. So, you know, Thailand's in very good company around the world with this. And I think, you know, the VNL is kind of the cool kid. It's really serious competition, but it's really cool in terms of the fan zones, the branding, the experience. So, you know, I think anybody wanting to go and see this should get tickets.
Yeah, and there's the social media of
absolutely
of the players, which is really important. I mean, for example, my friend Sophia, who you kindly got a couple of tickets for, wanted to go mainly because the sister of one of the Japanese men's team, who she adores, was playing. Yeah. So she just wanted to be near his sister.
Well, I mean, you know, this is what shocked me a few years ago. It doesn't shock me anymore, but I was really surprised back in 2023 that all the matches sold out. Because I understand the Thai matches selling out in Thailand. Yeah. But, you know, the Thai fans love volleyball. Yeah. And they are so supportive, and they have their favourite players and favourite teams. And
like it was this Japanese guy. They're
all supporting Thailand, but they're there also supporting Japan, supporting Turkey, another huge team with huge fans. So you know, I think it's really quite a special sport, because I don't think other sports have that, where fans support multiple teams and certainly multiple national teams. So I think it's a really great sport. We've thoroughly enjoyed our 4 years with Volleyball World. We really enjoy working with the team from Volleyball World. You know, really great rights holders, really understand what they're doing, really understand what they need to deliver to the sponsors. We've also had some fantastic sponsors come back year after year. You will remember Sponsor was a sponsor in 2023. They came back as the title of the finals in 24 and come back as an event sponsor and regional partner in 25. Hatari joined us last year for the first time as an event partner with some regional activation in the Philippines. And watch this space, because there'll be announcements next month with those two sponsors.
Okay, well, that brings us very nicely into, you know, which understandably is going to be a bit of a read. But that's fine, right? Because this is information people need. So what else is now available, or what is available?
So as always, we've built a comprehensive commercial sponsorship partnership program for the Women's Volleyball Nations League Thailand this year. We have in Tier 1, we have an event title sponsor and an event presenting sponsor. Actually, those two Tier 1 packages have already been sold.
Wow.
We will announce them hopefully in next month's newsletter and podcast, but it won't take a genius to figure out who those sponsors are, but we will announce them soon. That leaves us with 4 Tier 2 event co-sponsors and 6 Tier 3 event official partners.
Okay.
And, you know, you can expect the usual rights benefits in those positions from, you know, LED branding, experiential marketing, the fan zones, etc., etc. And we are hoping to make further announcements, because this is a real hot property. We are limited at the numbers that we have to sell, so we only have 4 in Tier 2 and 6 in Tier 3. With Tier 1 already being sold. So
if companies want to get involved in that, then and get that association with their brand.
Yeah, we're speaking to a large number of brands right now. Obviously, we offer exclusivity in category. So once a category is gone, it's gone.
Right.
We don't take competitive sponsors. So, watch this space.
Great. If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7. The next thing is really interesting because it's not something we've spoken about very much in the couple of years that we've been doing this together. I mean, the podcast has been going on for longer than that, but I've been doing it for about 2 years, I think. Something like that. And that is, well, I think it's a sign of a growth in non-sport that Tomorrowland is coming here. Would that be accurate?
That's correct. So, yeah, I mean, we've put together a newsletter story in the newsletter this month, and we're going to talk about it now on the podcast about Tomorrowland, but it's not really about Tomorrowland. It's about non-sport sponsorship.
I think for our older demographic, like over 25s, what is Tomorrowland?
Okay, well, I mean, Tomorrowland is really the most renowned electronic music festival in the world. If I'm correct, its home's in Belgium, but it has done big festivals, full festivals in Europe and South America.
It's the biggest EDM festival.
It's basically the biggest EDM festival in the world, or certainly the most famous EDM festival in the world. And Thailand will be hosting the first Asian debut, if you like, at Padia's Wisdom Valley from the 11th to the 13th of December this year. It's a big deal. I've read reports. I think they're expecting up to 50,000 people. I don't know if that's accurately reported because that doesn't seem that many for a size of this festival.
Right.
But they're saying around 50,000 people. So maybe it's kept. It's not small, 50,000, but maybe it's kept to that number.
I think the domestic market will potentially be bigger than that because EDM's globally popular.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's really popular in Thailand, and this is the biggest festival possible on their doorstep.
Well, correct. I mean, you saw this in January, just gone, EDC in Phuket, which took place, which coincided with both boat shows, which wasn't great for traffic. But we saw EDC taking place on the 16th of January in Phuket. And I read and was told also separately from reading this number, so I think the number's true, is they sold 130,000 tickets for that festival.
Wow.
So, I think these festivals are very, very significant. And significant for non-sport, so sponsorship. Sorry, we've spoken about this. So Paul Pool Southeast Asia, our core business, 80% of everything we do is sport related. With the remainder being non-sports, arts, entertainment, and MICE, meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions. Since COVID, we've really had very little non-sport. We've had the boat shows. We've had a couple of other non-sport activities, but not very much. We certainly haven't done anything in music for a number of years. And I think this is going to change because we've had quite a few inquiries. I think we mentioned it in December, January podcast, that we've had quite a few inquiries from music and arts platforms who want to look for sponsors for them, and I think there'll be some announcements coming up in the future months. And ASN, our subsidiary, that's a bit more balanced, where it looks at data, 50% sport, 50%, it's probably 60% sports, 40% non-sport.
Yeah.
And that's also been picking up and showing.
The last non-sport ASN report was 2023, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we did it. We did.
Still relevant.
It's still a relevant report. I mean, we did the Asia market analysis in 2023, which covered sport and non-sport, but we did it to look at the post-pandemic numbers.
Right.
And I think non-sport suffered a 43% fall from 2019 to 2022. In that report, it showed that drop. And according to the report, non-sport accounted for almost 50% of the total sponsorship in 2019. And in 2022, that share fell to 37%. So it just showed that, I mean, it's not rocket science. During the pandemic, there were no live events. So, you expect this. Yeah. But sport bounced back very quickly. I think there was really a built-up
Well, they've got more energy.
Well, I think there was a,
Because they're sporty people.
a built up, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically people really wanted to go back and watch live sports again.
Yeah.
And I think that slowly, yes, these music festivals, the concerts, the gigs, arts. I mean, we've seen it in Bangkok, lots and lots of arts happening. I mean, they just announced the Biennale, I think for next year or the year after here in Bangkok. And
We
there's
talked
lots.
about that before, right?
We've spoken about the Phuket Biennale, which is happening right now.
Yeah.
And I think we spoke about the Bangkok Biennale as well. Lots of new galleries opening up in Bangkok and further afield. So I think, there's really now a look into non-sport sponsorship. So I really think that, we're going to be seeing some really great things happening.
Well, I think pulling off a Tomorrowland festival
Yeah.
is a beacon to anybody doing anything in non-sport, that Thailand's a destination that can handle it.
No, absolutely.
And that people want to go to do that thing, whatever it is, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, this is significant. I mean, it's really, it just shows that Thailand is not scared.
Yeah.
And has the infrastructure to host the biggest events that happen in those genres in the world. I mean, Tomorrowland is a big one. EDC was a big one. And there are homegrown festivals like Wonderfruit. And there's been some controversy in the press with Wonderfruit because that happens in Pattaya in December historically.
Right.
So, I'm not sure. They haven't announced the dates
very
for
different
this.
festivals.
Very
Some crossover in the demographic.
There's always some crossover. But EDC that happened in January this year has also announced its next dates, which is in December this year. So it's moved from, thank goodness for the boat show, so it's moved to the 18th to the 20th of December. So I'm guessing Tomorrowland and EDC very similar. Very, very similar, if not identical. So I'm guessing those two promoters are thinking people are going to come for Tomorrowland, they'll stay an extra week and go to EDC.
Yeah.
So 2-week holiday just before Christmas, stay on for Christmas, New Year, and then go home. So
Happy days.
Fantastic. Wonderfruit's slightly different. It's not domestic, it's an international regional festival, but it's really the lovey of the locals. It's a local homegrown festival, should I say. And it's for the whole family, and it covers
I love
many
the name.
I mean it covers many genres of music, but it also goes into arts and crafts, and it's for the family and the kids, and so it's a slightly different type of festival.
I just immediately think of face painting.
Yeah, I mean, I think, actually, Wonderfruit reminds me very much of the UK festivals in lots of ways.
Yeah.
Particularly things like the Big Chili, or the Big Chill, sorry.
Yeah,
the Big Chill, which was quite cool back in the day. And I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, watch this space. I mean, lots of talk about big names coming to Thailand.
Yeah.
And, while we stick with non-sport, entertainment as well. I mean, Disneyland. There's big talk about Disneyland coming to Pattaya.
Right.
And I know that was discussed many years ago, but it looks like it's back on the cards again.
Right.
And, there's lots of discussion. So I think there's lots of interest around non-sport. Sport's still very, very important. And we've seen with the VNL that we just spoke about, Thailand is really courting these international platforms to come to Thailand.
Well, we spoke about
be hosted here.
Formula One.
Formula One 2028.
Last podcast,
Looks like it's happening. MotoGP is signing a multi-year deal. I think that's happening next month, actually, this year's.
I always thought that Phuket would be a very good place to do the Asian version of the Isle of Man TT.
Yeah.
It's got a similar kind of a similar size, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, before we finish the section, again, for to keep the legal team happy, we would like to make clear that we have no contractual or commercial relationship with Tomorrowland, Wonderfruit, or Electronic Daisy, Carnival, EDC, organisations, or suggest any such relationship.
But we do want to talk about them because
I mean, it's really very, very important. But I don't want people to think that we're promoting things that we're not involved in. But the genre or the category is very, very interesting.
Yeah, and growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Positive signals. Good.
Yeah, I mean, we love sport. I mean, we're not specialists in sport. We're specialists in commercial sponsorship and partnership marketing. But we love sport because, that's where most of the money is, that's where most of the engagement is. But non-sport is very, very important, not just with music, but with arts, entertainment, and mice.
Right.
And, we will have some mice announcements shortly as well. So
cool. If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7. So before we go into any other business, I did mention the ASN report that covered non-sport. I mean, I know, but I want you to tell the people who are listening how they would get a hold of it and what it's going to do for them.
Well, obviously our podcast mirrors our monthly newsletter. So please look at the newsletter. There's more detail about the VNL. There's more detail about Tomorrowland, Wonderfruit and EDC in the newsletter this month. So read those articles, they're far more detailed than I've just spoken about. With ASN, we have a number of reports, but they're all available on ASN's website, asiasponsorshipnews.com. So click on the website, you'll see all the reports that ASN has done. All of them will be sponsored by us, so the cost is low, and you can buy them online.
Absolutely essential for decision makers regarding sponsorship. And I would say that anybody who hasn't done this level of sponsorship before, it's a resource where all your research is there.
Yeah, and don't forget, ASN is free. You can sign up for free, receive the weekly news wires, and get some archive news. And then we have paid subscriptions where you can go into more detail and granular detail about the analytics.
So you can dip your toe in.
You can dip your toe in for free.
Yeah.
And get all the highlights that you need. But if you want more detail, you can go in and subscribe with a premium subscription, paid. Reports, you can buy the report as you like. Premium subscribers get all reports for free. So that's another benefit of paying for a premium subscription.
If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7. Swiftly moving along, propelling us towards the end of our first podcast of the year.
Absolutely.
Is our favourite section, any other business where we could talk about absolutely anything, or what you've already written down that we're going to talk about. And I think we should do the latter.
Okay. So we can't let this episode go without saying how fantastic Thailand did.
That's my crowd noise.
In performance and as the host of both the 33rd SEA Games, which happened in December, and the 13 Asian Para Games, which happened in January, last month. And Thailand finished on top of the medal tables in both events.
Does it get any better?
And a really great host. I mean, there was some controversy with Cambodia pulling out at the last minute of both events. But, really Thailand did a great job hosting both of those events. And Thailand reclaimed its position as the regional powerhouse, securing its 14th overall title and breaking several records. So just very quickly, the medal count for Thailand, 233 gold medals, 154 silver medals and 112 bronze medals, so 499 in total.
Wow.
The record's broken. The 233 gold medals set a new all-time record for a single SEA Games, surpassing Vietnam's 2022 record at 205 medals.
By a margin.
Sporting highlights, boxing dominated with 14 gold medals. Volleyball, the men's team dethroned defending champions Indonesia to win their first gold in 8 years.
Take that.
Yeah, completing a golden double with the women's team. So really great to see volleyball in there as well. Taekwondo set a new national record with 10 gold medals. Sailing, Her Majesty Queen Suchita led the national team to historic gold medal, which is wonderful to see.
Our friends in Phuket must be made.
Well, actually, it was Pattaya. It was actually.
I know it's in Pattaya. Yeah. The yachties that we.
Yeah, absolutely. That sailing event in the SEA Games took place at our friends at Ocean Marina.
Right.
So it was great to see that. Tennis, Maximus Jones won his first men's single gold for Thailand in 10 years. So the 33rd SEA Games, fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Also, 13th Asian Para Games, which happened, as I mentioned, last month. And Thailand reasserted its dominance in para sports, reclaiming the crown from Indonesia again. Medal count, 175 gold, 155 silver, 158 bronze, so 488 medals. So almost the same as the SEA Games, which was fantastic. Key achievements. This was Thailand's 7th overall Asian Para Games Championship, their first since 2015. Sporting highlights, athletics and swimming. These disciplines provided the largest share of medals, with over 40 records broken by Thai athletes in a single day, which is fantastic. Suniporn Thanawong, a standout performance, who won 5 gold medals and broke records in every event she entered.
Wow.
And team sports, Thailand captured gold in blind football and 7-a-side cerebral palsy football on the final day. So really fantastic, really absolutely incredible 2 games.
So positive.
Yeah, really, really good to see. And the city, you could not move in the city for all the billboards and the LED screens, really wishing everybody the very best. So, well done to our friends at the Sports Authority of Thailand. They did a fantastic job. Yeah. Well done to the National Sports Associations for their medals. And, let's see what's next.
Yeah, brilliant. If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7. There is one more thing in any other business, and that is recruitment.
Yeah, well, we spoke about this in last month's podcast. We're always looking for talented people to join our growing Bangkok-based team. Successful applicants must have experience as a strong command of both written English and Thai. We talked about the different opportunities we have available in our last podcast, but we are still hiring sales and marketing executives. We have 3 positions available across sport, non-sport, and business development. We're looking at for an admin office manager to support our internal needs. And also we're always open to interns as well. And where our core positions really lend themselves to Thai nationals, because we do need strong Thai language, both written and spoken. Interns, we can accept interns from any country with limited Thai language, as long as they're here on educational visas. So yeah.
Okay. So that's our first podcast of the year.
Thank you, Trevor.
We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
And I hope my voice is better next month.
Gargle with honey and whiskey. Or just whiskey.
Exactly. That's why I'm never ill. Thank you, Trevor.
Seeking sponsors. Seeking an opportunity to sponsor. Looking to maximise an already sponsored opportunity. Visit paulpool.co.th, the sponsorship experts.